Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. An expat friend of mine, a fellow expat in Italy, has recently complained about a very random thing that she had to pay for in Italy. And the truth is that for expats here in Italy, there are so many hidden fees that you may not expect. And I actually talk about some of them in my older video. I will leave you a link in the description box. But today I wanted to talk about the hidden fees for travelers, for tourists, because I feel like so many people don't expect to pay for, absolutely random thing that you would never guess that you would have to pay for in Italy or in other countries as well. And so today I wanted to talk about some of these hidden fees. If you're new here, guys, I'm Valeria and I'm an expat in Italy. I live in Florence and I spend a lot of my free time exploring Italy and traveling around. So I make travel vlogs and also expat chats and share my experience with you of living here for 10 years now. So don't forget to subscribe if you are new here, and let's get into the video. Number one thing is actually common for most countries in Europe, I feel, and maybe like in the world as well. And I'm talking about the tourist tax or tassa di soggiorno. While incredibly common, I feel like so many people forget about it. And since it is determined by single municipalities in Italy, it can vary greatly. And if you're staying for a long time, it can actually add up to the whole fee of your accommodation. What I'm talking about is that in some smaller places, you may end up paying quite a little, like €1, 150 per person per night. But in bigger cities, like Florence, for example, you may end up paying at least €4.50 if you're staying in a hotel per person per night, or €6 per person per night if you're staying in a bed and breakfast or renting an apartment. So it can get a little bit pricey, and of course, if you're staying long term, it may become, an extra fee that you have to account for. Another hidden fee to look out for is the coperto, and coperto is not only a touristy thing; it is of course common for locals as well. But yes, some people mistake the coperto for the tip. And it is not the tip. Tipping is not really common in Italy, although always welcomed, but differently to some other countries, like the UK, for example, where the tip will often be included in your bill. Here in Italy, if you want to tip your waiters, you can do so, but coperto is a different thing. Coperto is basically the fee you're gonna pay if you plan to sit down and have your meal. Usually it includes changing the tablecloths, the glasses, tableware, and some fancy restaurants may also offer you some bread and water with it, although it is not really common. And yeah, most restaurants will have it, and usually it ranges from €1 per person to €3 per person. And some coffee shops, for example, like the fancier coffee shops, will not have the coperto, but will have another thing, which is called servizio al tavolo. And if you see anywhere this sign, servizio al tavolo, keep in mind that if you want to grab your quick coffee standing in the bar stand, then you can do so without overpaying. But if you want to sit at the table, you can expect the waiter to come to you and serve you your order, but you will pay more. They will not have the coperto fee, but everything will cost slightly more than if you grab your coffee quickly at the bar. So yeah, this is just, another kind of hidden fee. Another thing that I personally have learned the hard way is the newly introduced tap-in tap-out system on the buses and trains. Don't get me wrong, guys, I know how to use the tap-in tap-out system, but in places like underground, for example, you will usually not be able to exit without tapping out if you tapped in with your credit card when you entered, right? On the buses, however, it doesn't work this way. And I only ever took the city buses before. If you're in the city and you're taking the bus, you just get on the bus, you tap in, and you are normally charged the standard ticket price. However, I have never taken the buses between different cities before, until recently, when I had to take the bus between two small cities here in Tuscany. And I would have normally paid something around 170 for my ride. However, I didn't know that the price when you are taking these intercity buses depends on the distance, and you actually have to tap out if you're tapping in when you're getting on the bus. I did not do it, And then in the evening, I was charged way, way more because this way, if you did not tip out, you're gonna be charged the maximum fee for the whole ride. I was surprised, to be honest. And now they're also introducing the same system on the trains, on regional trains, where you can tap in before getting on the train in one station, and then you'll have to tap out once you arrive to your destination. And guys, attention here. Do not forget to tap out if you're using this system, because you will also be charged the maximum fare, and believe me, gonna be way more than the one I paid for the bus. If you happen to go to the Italian supermarket when visiting Italy, don't be surprised, but you will have to pay for all of the bags. When I say all of the bags, I mean the bags where you're gonna put your purchases in. They cost around like 10 cents per bag, I think, on average, but also the small tiny bags for fruits and vegetables. They don't cost much. They usually cost around 2 cents, I think, or something like that. But it is a relatively new addition. It's been around for a couple of years now, but when I first came to Italy, it was not a thing. All of the bags were free of charge, and yeah, it's definitely is not that big, but for foreigners, it can still be surprising. So don't freak out if you look at your receipt and see this random like 2 cents purchases or something like that. Last but not least, there is a hidden fee to know about if you're booking any tickets in Italy in advance. What I mean is that you will have to pay the booking fee. If you are booking the entry ticket to the museum, expect to add 2 to 4 euros to each ticket price on average. Especially for bigger and more popular museums, you will either have to waste a lot of time in lines, or you will have to book in advance, and in this case, you will end up paying extra. Also, this is true for the days when the visits are free as well. In most cases, this option to book in advance is actually disabled for the free days in most museums in Italy, but when it is available, you will still have to pay for the booking. And it's also true for any reduced tickets, or for example, the kids, who go for free. If you're booking in advance, you will still have to pay the booking fee, even if the ticket itself is free or reduced. Also, guys, a quick reminder, follow me on Instagram because I share even more info there, as well as just my daily life in Florence. And yeah, I think these are the main hidden fees that come to my mind when it comes to travelers who are visiting Italy. Maybe I think, I should make another video dedicated entirely to the hidden fees, the expats fees, although I feel like that video might end up being about an hour long or so, because there are so many of those. Also, let me know if you were aware of any of these fees or if they're new to you, because I'm super curious to know. For me, when I first came here, of course, when I encountered them for the first time, they were surprising, but I think I got used to them. Even though I live here, but I still travel a lot, so I know what to expect. And I really hope that this will help you if you're planning a trip to Italy. It will help you to save, if not money, maybe some disappointment and time. So yeah, guys, and I once again remind you to subscribe to my channel if you want even more travel tips and expat life advice and just travel vlogs. I have a lot of them, so go check them out. And welcome. Also, like and comment this video, share it with your friends if they're traveling to Italy anytime soon. And thank you for being here, thank you for watching, and please enjoy your day.